All right,
I'm with Joe at Alchemy Bikes down in southeast Denver, looking at their new mountain bike, their Arktos, and he's going to give us a little rundown on some of the features of this new mountain bike. Thanks, Joe, for showing us around here a little bit.
Thanks for coming down. Yes, this is our new Arktos. It's going to be coming in 3 travel variations. The one that's viewed here is our longest travel bike. It's a 150 mil travel in the front, 170 up front. This is a 29er. It also will be available in a mullet configuration or mixed wheel configuration, so a 29er front with a 27.5 rear.
Okay.
It also, to do that, we'll also be switching out this main rear link. So to go between the 29er and the 27.5 rear end, all you have to do is switch out this main link in the shock,
Right.
and you'll have 2 different bikes basically. This bike will also be in 3 different travel variations. This is the biggest one, as I was mentioning, 150 in the rear, 170 up front. The mid-travel bike will be coming in a 150 up front, 135 in the back.
Okay.
And the short travel will be 130 up front, 120 in the back.
So you can order it however you like it, same frame basically, just different travel.
Yep, so it's going to be the same frame, front and rear triangles are the same. The biggest difference is going to be our shock and our shock extender. So the longest bike is going to run a 230 by 60 shock with a very short extender. On our mid and short travel bikes are going to run a long extender with a 210 by 55 and a 210 by 50, according on what.
So what makes this bike just so cool? I mean, what's new and different about maybe the frame setup, or why did you introduce this bike?
So it's an update on our previous gen. So I mean, it's almost version 2
Okay.
of our previous Arktos. The geometry is more progressive, more current, a little bit slacker head angles, steeper seat tube angle for a little bit better climbing position, and a little bit more stability descending. Also the ability to switch the bike out. I mean, having the same front and rear triangle with 2 different shocks and 2 different forks, you have 2 different bikes. You could have the 210 by 50 shock with the 130 fork, and then you could have a 230 shock with a 170 fork and have a bike that's good at winter park.
So people could actually, they would get an extra set of
absolutely
suspensions and change it out themselves.
Yeah, absolutely, and you could then you'd have a bike that's good for winter park or day for 8 hours in the backcountry.
Oh, interesting.
You can do that. It just makes it a very versatile bike. Being able to switch out that rear wheel with the link as well, and having a mullet bike or a 29er if you want to play around with that option and have both.
Right.
Yeah, it just makes it a very progressive, very versatile machine. Allows you to do a lot of different things.
That's great. How long have you guys been working on this?
This bike's been in testing for like 2 years.
Okay.
So.
What do you love most about it? Yourself, when you ride it, what do you love about it?
The geometry, it really being lower, longer, just allows it to be really stable. But having that forward body position with that seat tube angle, it really climbs well. And the Sine Suspension really keeps you in that sweet spot for pedaling, so you're not getting any bob. You can leave the shock open. You can really get the bike to perform the way you want it to.
It's kind of interesting to me. It kind of has a cross-country feel to it, but with the ability to really do some technical at the same time. Is that kind of fair?
Kind of fair. I mean, in this variation with the with the Fox 38 up front with 170, this is definitely more in its enduro.
Yeah.
It
has a nice slacker head angle, so it looks like it could really be comfortable on a longer ride.
Oh yeah, and it's definitely it's going to be very stable and fun at speed.
Right.
We also have. So this is actually one of our prototype frames.
Oh, okay.
That was actually made right back here in the press.
Yeah.
So you can kind of see how the suspension works as well.
Oh.
So you actually have 2 links here. This is the Sine link is right here. So this actually moves up and then down in its travel.
Okay.
Throughout the travel of the wheel, and that's the main link. This is the link you would switch out if you wanted to go to a 27.5 rear wheel.
Okay.
So you'd switch this out for the mullet link or for our full 29er link.
Interesting. Well, I just took a tour of your factory back there. It's really cool. I didn't know you guys had so much going on back behind the wall here, so to speak. And it's really interesting to see how the road bikes and the gravel bikes and the tie bikes, you both have carbon and you have tie.
Yep.
No, that's only available in carbon though.
Yeah, this is only available in carbon.
Yeah.
So we do the prototyping in-house for the mountain bike stuff. So.
Right. Yep.
Yeah, and we we invite people to come down and take a tour. Just give us a little bit of heads up, and we'd love to show you around, show you our tie welding and our carbon manufacturing as well.
Yeah, cool. And what's about the lead time right now on these bikes?
So we're gonna have our first batch of bikes ready to ship in March, in about 2 weeks.
Okay.
And then we're gonna have our second batch in May.
And just go to your website and you can.
Yep, and we can put a deposit right now. It's $500 fully refundable deposit for any of the mountain bikes. So
Because bikes are tough to find right now, so this might be the place to come, right?
absolutely, yeah. And then $500, so kind of can lock down exactly what bike you want, So
Cool. Well, thanks for showing us the new bike, and thanks for having me down here at Alchemy.
absolutely, thank you.